Nation. We represent all in.
We're just little old Clemson.
LSU fan came stuck his finger in my booty.
Roll Black, what? Fuck you.
Roll Tide! Roll, baby!
Oh, bitch.
Are you that stupid?
Yes, I am.
I'm not going to sugarcoat things. It's a fucking shit show.
Oh man, that's still funny.
The greatest fucking clip of all time.
Yeah, God. Welcome to CSF Late Nights. My name is Rob. Up there to my right is the gnome, Jonathan. Joining us in a moment will be Average Dave. He is our sloppy party bottom. He will be the third one down here, where he will be underneath myself and the gnome. Imagine that. Maybe we should call Dave. You think that's a good idea? We could call Dave and see if Dave is actually alive.
Would that make him the first caller of the show?
I could call him from. Should I call him from the CSF?
Yes, I think you should.
No, I'm gonna call him on my iPhone. That way, I'm just gonna call him on my iPhone. Let's see here.
Yeah.
David. Let's see here. All right, here we go.
We don't want to put him on the spot. Our friend Average Dave.
Now here's Dave. Here's the phone. Calling Average Dave.
Yo.
Hey, are you asleep?
No, I was talking with my son.
Oh, well, we don't want to interfere with your fathering, but you got a show to do.
All right.
Bye. There you go. So there, all you single ladies that are watching the show, that all watch it for just Average Dave. He'll be here in a moment. You folks that love the old lurch-looking mofo that's on the show with us, have at it. He'll be here in a moment. All right, so several things we're going to get into this evening. You can call up at 803-470-2905 if you'd like to join the show. We're going to talk about some upsets. Coach O, with what he said today, was it like Coach O was running his mouth today, talking about Alabama, etc. There's somebody already calling. Welcome in.
That's that Charlie
Welcome
Bear.
into CSF Late Nights. Hello.
Hello, welcome to CSF Late Night. This is fucking Fuckstick, and I got shit to say.
Really?
I'm calling right out.
Hold on.
Jay.
Do you want to wait until Dave gets here so Dave can laugh at your stupid ass?
No, I ain't got time for Dave. I got shit to say. Dave's going to say that Alabama, this, that. I got shit to fucking say. I'm important. I am important.
You are important, aren't you?
I am an important part of CSF Late Night.
Oh, you are.
Everybody
okay.
wants to hear me say fucking dumb shit. Everybody looks forward to hearing my dumb ass.
It's just
shit.
you saying dumb shit all the time, man. It has nothing to do with
Well,
anybody
that's right,
else.
because I make the fucking show.
You are
a comedy.
you are the best part of the soundbite.
You're the best part of the opener. I redid the opener just to include your soundbite.
That fucker is impotent.
I appreciate that. See, Rob has respect for me. Rob has respect.
I have opening music for you there, Fuckstick. Here we go. There you go. I just got about 18 people in Alabama to have a hard on because of that. They hear the Dukes of Hazzard theme there. It's like erections everywhere, and they're all thinking about Daisy Duke and how she was one of their cousins.
They're all huddled up around the McDonald's listening to the show.
Like I told you earlier, I only fuck my hot cousins. I only fuck hot cousins. That's all I do.
You do.
But let me tell you something. I got to tell y'all something. And there's a fuck football. Everybody knows. And I told y'all this the other night. Fuck football. Man, Saban just does his thing in football. Y'all just want his ass to retire and quit beating the fuck out of everybody. Basketball. Alabama basketball is on the map. I'm telling y'all right now. Take it to the bank. Alabama basketball is on the map. We will win a national championship. Fuck Coach K and Jonathan's bullshit. Come on, Rob. Give me just 5 seconds. Give me 5 seconds, Rob. Give me 5 seconds.
You're boring the piss out of me. Get
Come on,
to
Rob.
it.
Give me 5.
Fuck
Rob, give me 5
Get
seconds.
to
I
it.
got something interesting
Dude,
to
we're
say.
not. Basketball season
something-
just wrapped up, man. You're not going to bore the shit out of me at 11 o'clock
give
at
me
night
5
with
seconds,
basketball.
Rob. Come on, give me 5 seconds.
All
5
right, go.
seconds.
5
All I
seconds.
ask.
Go.
Okay. Did Jonathan made the comment the other day that said if Coach K was the basketball coach of the USA or whatever the fuck he's talking about, they would have won. Jonathan is a dumbass. Jonathan is just a fucking dumbass. Coach K needs to fucking retire and go the fuck on somewhere. I'm tired of hearing about Coach K. That's just stupid. Why the fuck do you want to hang on Coach K's nuts? He's through, Jonathan. He's through. Coach K is done. His career is over.
All right. Hold on, Fuckstick. The way this works is that it's a conversation, sir. I understand that you've been drinking turpentine or whatever the fuck it is y'all drink in Alabama.
Well,
First
I
of
do
all,
a lot of shit. I like to sniff cocaine.
Can you shut the hell up for 3 seconds?
All right,
Jesus Christ, shut up.
All right, I'm done.
Holy shit. We have to welcome in Average Dave to the show. Average Dave, welcome in. Say hello. Now,
what's going on, everybody?
Now, because damn it, once we let Fuckstick go, he's talking about random shit that doesn't matter. He's already insulted one of our hosts here. I played the Hulk music. He wanted 5 more seconds, and now he still sounds stupid. All right, Fuckstick, go. Finish up.
No, Jonathan, you heard you replied, Jonathan. You replied.
So Fuckstick, what happened in 2008 when they this is kind of dumb for me to ask you a basketball question because you just became a basketball fan 6 months ago.
Okay, go ahead.
What happened in 2008 when we needed to restore or redeem this goddamn fucking U.S. basketball program? Who'd they bring in? Did they bring in the coach of Alabama? Did they? Did they bring the coach of Alabama in?
Coach K has had his time in the sun. It's time for Coach K. Like Rob plays my walking music, it's time for Coach K to hit his walking music and go the fuck on.
Look, hold on. Fuckstick, he's retiring.
Look, your rival, Roy Williams.
Retiring.
He said goodbye.
Holy shit, he's retiring.
Said goodbye.
He's retiring as the winningest coach in NCAA history.
Dave, you got to help me. He's making my head hurt, man. He's making my head hurt. I'm telling you.
Fuckstick doesn't understand that Coach K already got his walking music.
Now, let me ask y'all. Let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask y'all a question.
Talking about it. He's done.
What?
Okay, retiring. Fine. All right. What else? Go ahead and finish your.
I do have a question.
That's all I have to say. That's all I have to bring to the show tonight.
All right.
That's all I have.
Good night, Fuckstick.
I said my. Thank y'all. Have a good night.
Goodbye.
Fuckstick.
He's got to go. He's got to go. I can't, y'all. I can't deal with him.
I just wanted to know which one was. I just wanted to know which one was more plausible. That if Coach K was coaching this season or this Olympics, we had beat France, or the fact that Alabama's actually going to win a national title in 2022. And we're talking about basketball.
But that's okay.
Which was more plausible?
First of all, yeah. Here, let's head back out to the phones here.
It's our local truck driver.
Welcome into the program. Good night.
Good night.
Evening.
Wow.
Good evening. Good night. Whatever. Speak on it. It's your dime. Spill it. What's going on, brother?
Fuckstick has fucked him up calling this early. Like he's all fucked up now.
I'll get the Fuckstick in a second. Trust me. First of all, I want to welcome all our new members in the group. Y'all should call into the show. It's a good show. First of all, I'm glad that Fuckstick said he's tired of hearing about Coach K. Because we're tired of him gargling to save his nuts. We're sick and tired of that crap. How in the hell can you say you're tired of that? Second of all, he didn't know he's retiring?
He didn't know.
If you're a fan of basketball, and why won't you know that the man's retiring, you dumbass? Good God.
And by the way, let me not to get too deep in the weeds here, but as someone who watches a lot of basketball and basketball on the pro level, the reason that the USA lost against France didn't really have as much to do with coaching as to do with the fact that the U.S. didn't carry a center. They took JaVale McGee, but he's not in shape. So they had two guys in Rudy Gobert, who's 7'6", or however tall he is. He's a 7-footer. And then the other guy whose name I cannot pronounce because I'm not French. But they had two big, huge guys in the middle that the U.S. couldn't match up with. They had at one point, the French were isolating to the point where Drew Holiday at 6'5" is trying to play in the paint against a guy that's 7'3", and that's not going to work. That's why the U.S. lost. That's exactly why they lost. France made the adjustment in the second half.
Sir. You're wrong.
Oh, God. Okay, tell me why I'm wrong.
Coach had been coaching the team, they would have won.
Well,
you know this, sir.
You can't.
The best coach in the entire world.
You can't win like the way the U.S. played. Now, can they beat them on that front? Yes. And the way to beat them on that front is you have more athletes than they do, and they should have turned up the pace a little bit and put Kevin Durant at a point where he's going one-on-one with one of those big guys and let him shoot over them. That's what you do to win there, but they made an adjustment, and Popovich didn't make the adjustment on the back end of it. He looked like Kirby Smart in the second half, and France got the win. But it's in pool play. The U.S. will make a run. I'm not worried about it.
I'm not doubting Popovich. Popovich is a great coach.
The last night's game with Iran. Did you guys see any of the game with Iran?
I watched the game. Yes.
Okay. Iran looked like, and I'm not saying I mentioned this on my show today, and everybody busted out laughing. They look like a church league basketball team. All those guys out there look like, like they had no conditioning. It's like, you just have that look-see test where it's like, you got Kevin Durant here at about, 8% body fat, and he's about 6'10" with a 18-foot-long wingspan. And then you've got this other guy that, is probably plays in his spare time. Hey, you want to play on the national team? That's what the Iran national team looked like last night. The U.S. beat them by 2. So seriously, go back and watch that game. It's on the you guys have the cock, right? The Peacock? Go get the cock and rewatch that game because it's worth your time. Anyway, what else you got, Andre?
No, I just wanted to laugh at the hypocrisy of him talking about, he's tired of hearing about Coach K. When all he does is gargle Saban's nuts, and then take your own advice, fuckstick. We're tired of hearing about Saban. Nobody's gonna sit there and say that Saban's not the greatest coach of all time. We all acknowledge that. We don't have to acknowledge it every second of the day. We're not gonna worship the damn man. But do not sit there and say you're tired of hearing about another coach when it's all you do is talk about Coach Saban. That's it. Moron.
Yeah, and by the way, let's thank Fuckstick for ruining the Facebook group, because people that just come in and the first thing they see is this show, and the first thing they hear is Fuckstick talking about basketball when we've got so much football talk out there that it's absolutely insane. If I'm new to the group, I'm looking at it and I'm like, they let that idiot talk on their show? What the hell is that?
I mean, so
but we try to be a family show here.
Just to stick up for a second, everybody knows that if Nick Saban would have coached Team USA against France, they would have destroyed France.
Yes, of course.
Duh.
Right. And if Nick Saban was in charge of our military, we'd kick that ass too. If Nick Saban was president, he'd just on and on and on. Jesus.
Nick Saban is a better baseball coach than Skip.
For a minute. We'll be down here in a second.
Oh my God. Anyway, there's that. I don't know where to go from here. He's fucked the entire show. I can't. I don't know where to go from here. I mean,
got you off track.
Yeah, it's like I had stuff I wanted to talk about, like Coach O saying stuff today, and I don't even remember what Coach O said now because Fuckstick threw me off balance. I mean, he said some stuff that was.
He said something.
I don't know.
Was a shot at Nick Saban about NIL. He talked about the expansion.
Look, can we be honest about something? Why would you say shit about Nick Saban? I'm being serious. Well, I don't give a shit what team you have, whatever. Do you really want to run your mouth, Nick Saban?
No.
I mean, let's just take your LSU glasses off for just a minute. I know you guys are hardcore LSU fans, and I get that. But do you really want to poke that motherfucking bear, Nick Saban? No. Ed Orgeron is doing some dumb shit right now. Some dumb shit. Exactly. But no, look, you say that to motivate your guys. He didn't know that was going to get out. The shit he said today, Nick Saban's reading that shit. And that's going to come back. And I think LSU's got a talented team, but
at some point you exercise some balls though.
Yeah, I wouldn't be writing checks on that
I disagree.
right now.
I completely disagree. I do not think Nick Saban needs any fucking wall poster board material, whatever the fuck you call that shit, to get riled up to play LSU. Like, I don't think that matters. It's not like he's gonna go into the game in November and be like, well, Orgeron didn't say bad shit this year, so we're gonna take it easy on him. No.
Well, okay, but let's say you're not fucking with Saban. Do you really want to fuck with that fan base? I mean, we had one of their fans.
Nobody wants to fuck with that fan base.
Bullshit. It's like,
they're unstable, but it's fun.
Look, there's backroom talk about Clemson going to the SEC. If Clemson goes to the SEC, I don't want anything to do with Alabama. Not because Clemson can't compete with them. It's just because their fans are just that fucking ignorant. They are the worst fans other than Georgia on the planet. The Georgia fans are on a different level. I got guys calling my show every day on Fox Sports telling me, yeah, you don't think that Georgia's going to whip that ass. I mean, it's that they're saying, and it's like, brother, even when you tell them, I think you have a good football team. I don't know. We're going to win by 3 touchdowns. Okay, buddy. I've got a guy. I'm not joking. His name is Beggin Megan. That's his name on YouTube. And he calls in at least once a week. And on every show that I do, he comments, Rob, we're winning by 3 TDs. Rob, we're winning by 3 TDs. He doesn't say 3 scores, so it could be 3 safeties or none of that. No, you're winning by 3 TDs. Now, and it's gotten to the point now where I don't even acknowledge him anymore because it's just so stupid. It's like a 4-foot tall guy telling me I'm gonna slam dunk a basketball over you. No, it's cute. It's not happening. Come on, no. We give you a trampoline, your ass wouldn't even hit the rim. Get out of here. You're taller than 4 foot. Come on, man.
Barely.
It's just ridiculous, man. It's like their fans and the Alabama fans, it's like they're distant cousins. They're just terrible. Just terrible.
Well, here's the deal with Alabama fans. See, I can understand Bama fans want to run their mouth because they've actually done something, And don't get me wrong. Do I like it? No. That's too much. They're morons, They don't really know much about Hut. All they know is they're excited to win football games, Georgia fans, what do they have to run their mouth about? Honestly.
Dude,
you haven't done anything.
It's that, but look at what Alabama fan did calling in tonight. He's talking basketball, and they're not even in summer workouts yet for hoops. Not in anything where the coaches are there.
He should have stuck with football because he don't know nothing about basketball.
And you had the fuck stick to call and talk off topic and then matter in some crack.
Well, and they only have one returning player coming back to Alabama next year.
Oh, he didn't know that. He has no clue.
He doesn't know. Bless his sweet little heart.
He's gonna be crying. When they get their ass whooped, he's all of a sudden gonna say, "Oh, basketball don't matter." Basically, in Alabama, the only sports that matter is the sports they win in. That's it.
And isn't it? Period. I mean, you know what? And I can say this because, my coach runs a clean program, even though he doesn't win shit at Clemson. But Alabama will be on probation before LSU is in basketball. And we've got tape of Will Wade running his mouth talking about players. But Trust me on this. The Alabama coach is soiled, and he is going to do some stupid shit because he thinks he's in the backwoods of Alabama and he can get away with it. And someone's gonna rat him out, and they're gonna be on probation before LSU is.
We see.
Why?
If you know anything about Baton Rouge politics, I'm pretty sure the coaches around there have learned a thing or two from those guys. So yeah, we rarely get caught.
It's you shouldn't be proud of that, first of all. But you should be proud of the fact that nobody's going to say shit because they want Will Wade to keep coaching there. And hey, if you're going to pay a point guard 120 grand, don't say it on the phone, stupid.
I don't really give a fuck about Will Wade at all.
Well, I'm just saying, Nate Oates
Yeah, he's
is
a Duke fan. Don't forget.
Yeah, well, Nate Oates is terrible.
Hey, fuck
Nate
off,
Oates
Andre.
is absolutely terrible. I'm just saying. So there's that. So anyway, anything else you got for the program there, Andre?
No, I just want to once again welcome all the new members to the group. And as always, roll tide off a cliff.
Thanks, Andre. We appreciate you calling the show,
All right,
buddy.
thanks.
Thanks so much, buddy. Andre out there keeping the roads moving with his truck. I don't know what Andre's hauling. We should ask Andre what he's hauling. What is Andre hauling? Anybody know?
Cargo.
Andre needs no just cargo.
Cargo.
That's not cool. No, man. Dave, you have your username tonight is Get Off of Biles' Dick. You want to explain that this evening?
I'm tired of hearing about Simone Biles and how she's so un-American and oh my God, how unpatriotic of her to not compete. I mean,
Yeah, well,
If
I
you go
laugh
back-
at that.
if you go back to 1996, we had a gymnast who was, I think, 19.
Carrie Strug, right?
Carrie Strug.
Yep. So
And she injured herself, and then basically her coach talked her into going again, and she did it, and she stuck the landing. Team USA won a gold medal. In hindsight, that girl shouldn't. She should have told that coach to go fuck himself, because what happens if she lands and breaks that ankle?
it was broken.
No,
Her ankle was-
she had strained ligaments.
To strained ligaments. But here's the part that's sad about all of this. Simone Biles is the most decorated women's gymnast
Ever.
ever.
Yeah.
Ever. We're not talking about like, most decorated ever. And you're going to run your mouth to her. And she's at 24 years old, which in gymnast years, that's like,
45.
yeah.
And
And
people
she's
started
out there
drawing.
competing, and she's the best in the world at it. So
So good that they fudged the rules on how they're going to score her.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
you have that.
yeah, it's the best example that I can give you for that was Wilt Chamberlain when he was 7 foot tall, and they basically banned slam dunking in the NBA because of him. So they changed the rules because of him. She's the same kind of athlete where they changed the rules because of how great that she was. And it's like, here's the other thing too. They slam her for saying, oh, she's unpatriotic and she quit. I hate to break this to you, but everyone in the Olympics, with the exception of the basketball teams, are amateurs. She's not getting paid to do this. Not getting paid a
She gets
dime.
endorsements and stuff like that.
But Team USA is not giving her anything unless she wins a gold medal and she gets $25,000, which she gets taxed
Which
at
she
about
gets
a
taxed.
70% rate of
Right.
that. And she'll get about $8,000, I think is what it comes down to if she wins a gold medal.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's let's just mock somebody who's doing things as an amateur.
People try to
already
draw
a world
comparisons to Michael Jordan when he retired from the Bulls to go play baseball, but that is completely different. He wasn't in the middle of the season. It was the end of the season. Actually, I think he retired right before the next season, right? So
Right.
he retires, and then he goes and tries his hand at baseball, Michael Jordan retired 3 times, by the way.
Right. Yeah.
So, but completely different.
completely
It's not even close to the same. And when he retired the first time, he said, "I'm just tired. It's a lot." And that's the greatest basketball player maybe
Ever.
in the history of ever.
Yeah.
And here you have Simone Biles, who's competing in an empty stadium. There is no fan support. Her family's not there. She has no support system other than her team and her coaches.
Right.
She fudges her vault, which she's normally amazing at. And when she finished that vault, she said, "I'm just not there." And this is the team event. And what most people don't get is, yeah, she's the best, but that's the reason that they have a team. Your team is supposed to have your back. And no, they didn't win the gold medal. They won the silver, but that's still a very big accomplishment.
Well, but here's the thing with that, really quick on that. When she did the vault and said that she couldn't do it, what the dum-dums don't understand is that when you're trying to do things on these vaults, etc., if you miss, you could die. If your brain's not completely in it and you land, you can land on your head, you can do whatever, and you could die. And she's out there thinking, "Oh man, I don't want to screw over my team, and there's a chance that if I mess up, things are going to be bad." It's just amazing the way people are losing their shit over this.
I'll add to both of what y'all was saying. That's what I was going to say. It's not just about what you do on the vault. It's more even about what she does on the vault. She does things that no one does. So I was running my mouth yesterday, Rob, but that vault she did, she lost where she was even at in that she was lucky to land on her feet in that vault.
Right.
So
when you see that, if you're running your mouth about her, you're an insignificant human being. That's the only term you use.
You telling me that?
When you see that vault and you don't feel sorry for her, you didn't feel sorry for her in the vault?
Well, actually, I hadn't seen it yet. When I was making my comments, I hadn't even seen.
That's what I'm saying. When you see the vault, it changes the way that you feel.
Right. And furthermore, to what you were saying, Dave, I believe, honestly, if they did have patrons or fans, parents, family that were actually in attendance at these Olympics, things might have changed. She'd have had her more of a comfort zone. But I know she has her team and her coaches, but it's not the same. That support system you've had your whole life is not there. I could see where she was just kind of,
I'll be honest. I haven't even seen the vault. Didn't see it, but I know that.
Mike,
I know
who she is.
I mean, of course, I know who she is. When I was in high school, competed on my high school gymnastics team, so I know what it feels like to lose control during a trick or a stunt and land badly.
And I bet you weren't doing the shit Miles does.
States, don't compete.
No,
because it ain't.
But that's the other thing too. But it wasn't like she's competed and done well before. It's just lay the fuck off of her. My God.
What else does she have to prove anyway?
Yeah. So someone said, I had comments on my Facebook feed this morning about, hey, I feel sorry for her, but I wish she would have just let another gymnast come to the games. Are you out of your mind? None of this hit her until she got there. You're going to tell the world's best gymnast, the best of all time, no, we don't need you here. Get out of here with that nonsense, man.
I watched the Sunday prelims or qualifiers, whatever. She was constantly 2-3 times she was off her game. And then when that shit happened on the vault, she knew what the fuck was up. And she could have broken her fucking neck.
Really disgusting and vile go and read the transcripts from the Russian telecast because obviously there are state-run programs like KGB and stuff. Go read what they had to say about Simone Biles. It will make your stomach turn as a human being. They brought up race and gender and identity and all kinds of just completely baseless junk.
Those cocksuckers wouldn't say that shit in her hometown of Houston, Texas. I guarantee you that.
What was great?
She is a hero in Houston.
What was great? Yes. What was great about Sunday, though, they were showing the numbers. As much as she kind of screwed up Sunday, she still won every fucking event. She's that fucking badass. Russians got lucky.
True. The Russians are lucky she wasn't there because they would have went home with nothing. Hello, son. My son's joining us here this evening. Anyway, yeah, let's move on from that for a minute. Have you seen some of the new sports in the Olympics? The 3-on-3 basketball. Have you watched any of that? Man, that's it's like it's basically 1-pointers and 2-pointers.
Yeah.
Games are played for 10 minutes or to 21 points. No stoppage after a basket. So it's just literally just flying around.
It's street ball.
Basically. Yeah.
But in street ball, we didn't have 2-pointers.
That's true. But I kind of enjoyed it though.
Yeah.
Why not? Team handball. You watched any of that?
That's been around. That's been around for a few Olympics. And I like it.
But it's like, I mean, are you into the team handball? I could probably see that.
It's something it's something I won't turn off. Like I love watching the Olympics. I'll keep it on.
The only thing I know about handball is that in Australia there's a 6'4", 240-pound trans woman who's playing against biological females, and it's not fair.
That's not fair at all.
It's not fair.
By the way, I was watching table tennis where they had mixed doubles for table tennis. So you had like a guy and a girl playing together against another guy. And I'm like, it's fucking ping pong. Yep. So I'm watching it, right? But it's like, okay, I can't play that hard. I mean, they were like wailing on that ball, and I'm like, how do they not crush that ball as hard as they're hitting it?
Okay, so I'll say this about that table tennis, ping pong, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's boring to watch. I could care less to watch it. But goddamn, those motherfuckers are badass. To have that quick of speed and hand-to-eye coordination is just fucking ridiculous. It might be the best in the world, or of any sport, rather. What the fuck?
Edwin says that Fuckstick's favorite Olympic sport is handball. Holy crap with all that. Yeah, that's funny. You know, skateboarding.
Okay, well, I was about to ask. That's ridiculous.
Why? It's hard to skateboard.
Yes, skateboarding is very hard. It shouldn't be
an Olympic sport.
We got the X Games for that shit. Come on, man. Come on. I mean, we're just going to keep on inventing sports? Well, why don't they put pool and bowling in then?
That's what we do. This is America. We invented basketball. We put that in there.
Well.
Yeah.
Yes. Why we put pool and bowling
was running and Olympic wrestling.
We should. I think the next Olympics should have fucking marbles. Then fuck. I mean,
we should have marbles. Okay.
Marbles. Yes.
Why not? Marbles in the Olympics. I'll watch it.
Where does it stop? Where does it stop?
Jacks.
Jacks. We should have alligator hunting. Why not? That could be fun.
I just think. I mean, there has to be a stop. I mean, what? Two Olympics ago, you pulled softball out. Now we got softball back in. Like, just pick your sports and be done with it. I mean, they're talking about putting cheerleading in. What the fuck?
That's some hard stuff.
You know.
Well, all right.
Someone says we should cancel the Olympic. It's authoritarians. I don't know who that is, but shout out to new Facebook user watching there.
Cheerleading.
Great.
Cheerleaders. cheerleaders are fucking athletes. Do not get me wrong. I think we had this conversation, but it should not be an Olympic fucking sport. Come on.
Do you know who gets injured the most in Power 5 schools as far as athletes go?
Cheerleaders.
All cheerleaders. Number one by far. And I tell you what, having to be a cheerleader and the shit that they judge them on, if they want to put that in the Olympics, I mean, we have some of the other shit we have in the Olympics, the curling and all that shit. The
curling's fucking awesome.
So dude, curling is silly. I could get a group of fools from around here from the South and we can go win the damn curling gold medal.
It's like
you just curl. It's like shuffleboard on ice.
When we're fucking,
we'll be fine. We'll
like
hammer that shit.
When we're having a big barbecue all day, we play bocce. Bocce's just curling on grass. Well, not really the same thing, but it's the same concept.
There's no fucking ice down there.
You get close to the where you want to be. I mean, it's
eventually cornhole is going to be an Olympic sport.
You see,
cornhole should be an Olympic sport. I like that.
That's fucking ridiculous. Save that for 4th of July, and I'm fine with that.
No crossing needs to be your damn work.
I really thought that would have been Saban's fluffer. I need Tommy John surgery, Nick.
Oh my God! I'm lobbying for gnome tossing. That should be an Olympic event.
All right, so here's another one: surfing. Yeah. Well, no,
surfing, absolutely. Have you ever surfed?
Okay, no, I have not surfed, but I'll tell you this:
shut your hole. You don't know anything about it.
Well,
you know nothing about it. Shut your hole.
Wait, I'll say two things about
Shut
it.
Up. Shut up.
One, I just came back from the beach from last week, and I was boogie boarding. I was boogie boarding, and that's tough enough. Boogie boarding is tough enough. But I don't think surfing
is tough. Then how can you eliminate surfing?
I don't think surfing needs to be a fucking Olympic sport. So the next Olympics, which is going to be in Paris, they're doing surfing in. They said it last night. Somewhere in fucking Asia is where they're going to do surfing. Like, don't put a sport in the Olympics where you got to be like 4,000 miles away to do that, to host that sport. Like, what's the point?
I understand why they can't host it in France. It's not like they aren't a coastal country.
I
don't fucking know. Maybe the fucking tide. Maybe they have shitty surf.
So under that logic, then there's other events that aren't close to Paris. I mean, let's get rid of those too. Is that what you're saying?
What event's not close to Paris?
I mean, hold on. I'll look up. There's
I'm talking about but the country. I'm talking about another country. I'm talking about in fucking Asia. They're talking about doing the surfing.
Okay.
I'm not talking about in France. They're doing it in another country.
Here's all right. Tell me where the beaches are in Paris.
Norman. Well, there's no beaches in Paris, but there's even in the Atlanta Olympics, they had stuff outside of Atlanta.
How about canoe, kayak, slalom racing? Where are they going to have that?
I don't think that. No.
Okay, so marathon swimming. I guess you could do that anywhere. Rhythmic gymnastics. Some of these sports are silly. I'll give you that, but we're not getting rid of surfing. Surfing's fucking awesome. I like surfing. Fuck it. We're keeping surfing.
Speaking of, it's been around for so long. I'm not even going to fucking complain.
What the fuck is that? Sport climbing. We can't have that. Hey, you climbed a rock. Give you a gold medal.
Yeah, I think they started that like 8 years ago or something. 9.
You want to get me involved in that? Here's what you do. You don't get any ropes. None of that shit. You get to the top. You get a gold medal. If you die, nothing. There you go. I'll watch that.
Oh, they even judge them off of technique and shit.
What's the technique? If you climb to the top the fastest, I mean, I know nothing about the sport. Nothing. I mean, that would be what I would think. If you climb to the top the fastest, you win. Is there some artistic form to? He used the no method to go up to this side, and then he switched over to the average Dave move to finish the last 18 feet.
Well,
Get the hell out of
they
here.
they have like harder elements to get up to the top. So it's they give you
You
points.
take a
for
more
using that
difficult
stuff.
path.
Yes, the most difficult path.
Fuck
which
that.
there's a formula that's a part of with your time, all that crap.
Somebody's asking what the clicking sound is. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's not mine. I know that. Let me see if it is. Is it coming from Dave? Let me see here. Let me mute Dave. Yeah. So
It's
something
Dave.
with Dave. It's
Fucking
something
Dave.
with Dave. I don't know. Let me unmute Dave here. How do I?
I think
Okay.
Dave typing.
I don't know what it is with Dave. Is it something? Dave might be over there fiddling with something. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. Deal with it. Dave's part of the show, and this clicking comes along with him. We don't
But-
discriminate here.
But Rob, it was interesting though. For the first time, they have surfing in the Olympics, and they get a fucking tropical storm, which was kind of fucking cool, because that really helped with the waves.
It's Dave's speed. We know that. We got to figure out. I don't know.
Here, let me leave and come back.
Yeah, let him leave and come back, and we'll see if that works. Anyway, we'll bring Dave back into the show in a moment. Anyway, you can hear it's not from us. I don't know what the deal is with Dave's microphone. I don't know. Anyway, surfing needs to be there. Surfing is one of the toughest sports on the planet. HBO's got this new series where this guy's chasing the 100-foot wave, and I'm in the camp of if there is a 100-foot wave, like, I'm too old for that shit now, and I got babies, but if it were just me, I'd probably be chasing that 100-foot wave because that looks pretty fucking cool. If you're gonna go out, that's the way to go out. It's on a 100-foot wave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the way to go. That's the fucking way to go. I think we should get this guy as our engineer.
Look, hold on now. I'm the engineer for this motherfucker. I told you it was Dave from the start.
Well, yeah, but he's giving us all kind of like pointers and shit.
Who is this Facebook user? He's new. He's probably new to the group.
He should announce his name.
I don't know. Like, we just see Facebook user. Tell us your name there. Is it Delta? Is it that guy's normally watching? I don't know. But
Delta.
Either way, Delta 900 is on YouTube.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Anyway, hopefully Dave will come back and his microphone will be fixed. So anyway, we need to get rid of that sport, the rock climbing. We do need softball though. We need softball.
And we
need baseball.
But you know what? The thing is about softball, there's USA and Japan. That's it. There's USA and Japan. I can see why they got rid of it 8 years ago, whatever. That's it. That's all you get. Shit.
Yeah.
It's just me.
Give me 1 second here.
God damn.
I know. Give me a second. My wife tripped over the cord here. Give me a second. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on.
Point break. So yeah, I mean, I think softball is uncompetitive as far as watching it. Worldwide. That's why people lose interest in it unless you're an American or Japanese. So yeah, I could see us losing softball. Juan, you asshole. A-hole. Nice to meet you, Juan, you a-hole. Other sports. Yeah, skateboarding sucks. It's great in the X Games. Actually, if we're going to have skateboarding in the Olympics, I want to see the half pipe. We could do the half pipe all day, every day. I'll watch that shit. Or the big air. The big air would be fucking awesome. I just don't care about street park. I don't care about street park.
It says his name is Juan Huge Asshole. Thank you for that, Mr.
Yes.
Facebook user.
Late night with Larman. That's what we were just doing.
It's Late Night with Norman. Olympic hockey is all he cares about. Okay, I can buy into that.
How does this guy know my last name is Lorman?
I don't know. Is that your last name? Let's see here. Hold on. Let's see if we can get Dave back into the mix here.
But it says the gnome.
There's Dave. All right, Dave, welcome back to the show. Dave, we might have to get Dave some headphones. I don't know. Sometimes it does it. Sometimes it does. I don't know. We're keeping Dave as part of the show. Just deal with the fucking clicking.
Dave, just take the $2 that you got as a professional and go buy you the cheapest headphones you can find.
Fuck out of here. By the way, if you guys would like to contribute to the show and pay for the StreamYard services, PayPal is, you can PayPal me or send me stuff via Facebook money, whatever the Facebook money thing is.
Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook Pay. Let me see here. Hold on. I'm trying to find my PayPal thing here. Anyway, you can also call the show 803-470-2905. And both of my co-hosts decided that they were just gonna walk out. Did you see the gnome just got up during the middle? See, that's why I goof on them about being a professional. They're just leaving in the middle of the show. You guys see that shit? I'm having to carry the show by myself. That's all right. I can do it. I can knock it out. Anyway, I don't know what. Maybe they're goofing on me. They just left in the middle of the show. That's hilarious. They really did leave right in the middle of the show. Holy shit. That's some funny shit right there. Hilarious. Oh, look. There. Yeah. Here's the funny thing. Now, Dave's hilarious because he got up and left, and then the gnome gets up and leaves and completely throws me off. You see where everybody just like, we're talking, and then everybody just left.
Well, I mean, y'all got to take a break. Can I not take a break?
So I decided I'd go put on my headphones and see if that fixed the clicking, but I think it's the phone.
Yeah, no, it seems to be working that way. Edwin says, bring my stick back to raise the intelligence level. Thank you, Edwin. Silly bastard. Anyway, if you want to tip the show, there's the PayPal address, or you can send.
Wait. So you mean to tell me if I say Roll Tide, that's $1?
He's not going to send us $1.
Oh yeah, Chucky. Yeah, Chucky's going to send $1.
He'll send us greenback stamps or some shit, and he's not going to send us $1. Remember the greenback stamps when we were kids? Like,
Roll Tide. Was it good enough?
I could say Roll Tide 100 times if it's gonna.
Well,
Roll Tide.
We only need 26 more to pay for the StreamYard for the month, so have at it.
That's 4. I mean, fuck.
That is 22.
Oh, I keep going. Anyway. I keep going.
All right. Edwin's keeping count for us. I think it's. Oh, there we go. 4. Got it. So, what else we got, Rob?
Oh man, I sent a couple of things to you guys. Let me bring them up here. Hold on, please.
Yeah, that's some dumb shit. You're talking about
the upset alert and the cease and desist.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the cease and desist. Wow, that's a fucking.
The cease and desist is really funny. Where the Big 12 basically said, "Hey, guess what? We want you to stop talking about the fact that everyone is leaving our conference. So you stop talking about that, ESPN. Shame, shame, shame."
Roll Tide.
Talking about that, ESPN. Goodness. What a disaster that is. I don't know what their problem is, but that's like if you're dating a hot girl and then she leaves you and then she starts dating somebody else and then you send notes to her boyfriend saying, I don't want to hear anything about your relationship. That's basically what that is.
So I have a thought on it, Rob.
Okay.
I know I forget what team it was, but basically the Big 12 is starting to try to finagle themselves with other teams and say, hey, we'll give you this piece of the pie if you stay or if you join us, we'll give you this piece of the pie. what the Big 12 doesn't want is that shit getting out. They don't want those financial talks getting out. And I think that's what the cease and desist is about. It's egg on their face. It's gonna fuck up. That's other teams that are gonna be like, wait, you're gonna give them this, but I don't get that. And I've been here for 20 fucking years. I think that's more about what it's about. I don't know. That's my thought.
But the point here's the thing: ESPN is a news organization for we have to admit that.
Yeah,
they are a news organization, so they have the right to cover it. And if you're losing your team, then that's on you. I mean, there's not much we can do about that. They have to report it. Are they not supposed to talk about it at all?
Well, and furthermore, if you do a cease and desist on ESPN and let's say they follow it, 247 and Fox Sports and NBC Sports and everybody else isn't gonna fucking report the same goddamn story? Like, really? They're the only people that find out everything?
It is a shit show. That's basically what that boils down to.
And
go ahead.
Isn't the Big 12 network tied to fucking ESPN?
Yeah, they're just being stupid is what it boils down to. Average Dave over there, he's fighting with his damn phone and internet equipment tonight. I don't know what's going on over there.
China just won the 4x200 freestyle. Really? God damn.
Has Big 12 ever heard of free speech and free press? Yeah, man, that's true too. Anyway, there were 247 Sports today put out something claiming that they had the biggest upset picks for the upcoming season. One of those upset picks, and I know that there's a ton of LSU fans in here that are pissed off at me for saying shit that I've said before, and it's like, I didn't write this. Let's make sure we understand that. Okay? But they're picking UCLA over LSU September the 4th.
No.
They're big upsets.
No. You have to read the article. They're not picking. They're just saying here are some upsets. I read the article. Here are some upsets to look for. UCLA could be an upset.
That's not the way that I took this. Here, let me read you what they wrote. Odds makers like the Tigers to get a West Coast win to open up the season. There's more optimism surrounding the Bruins after the 2020 season, despite the 3-4 record. All 4 losses were by single digits. So Kelly could have a pretty respectable team this year after a 7-17 record in his first 2 seasons. However, LSU looks like it's better equipped than its disappointing last year. With an improved defense and solid offense, the Tigers could be a contender in the SEC again. These 2 teams have also never played each other, so it'll be a fascinating watch regardless. UCLA can score an upset here despite the fact it's at home and it's opener, but this would arguably be their biggest win of the season.
You just read it. They can score an upset.
Has anybody on the planet said that LSU could drop that game? Because I think LSU is going to mouth pump them.
Not as much as Georgia's going to beat Clemson by.
You can be logical and say that Georgia's going to win over Clemson, but UCLA is a shithole. I think if Ed Orgeron loses that game, he may get tarmacked, meaning he'll get fired on the tarmac and they won't let him come back.
Yeah, he can go back and see his friends at USC.
Yeah, no, I don't know how that's gonna happen, but I don't agree with that at all. That's pretty shitty.
So, but you get my point. They're just like picking random games in this article. Like, this is an upset I could see. I could see this being an upset. I mean, if you go to the Clemson game, where they say, well, basically, Georgia and Clemson are equal. But since it looks like it's a 4-point favorite for Clemson, we feel like this could be an upset for Georgia. Like, what the fuck does that even mean? They're not saying Georgia's going to win. They're just saying this would be an upset. Well, no shit.
I don't think it's enough. I mean, to me, it's not an upset unless you're a 7-point underdog. 4 points is not really an upset, in my opinion. Just saying.
Right. Well, then if you go that route, I don't know what the line is for the UCLA LSU game, but I mean UCLA's at home. Well,
I'll
do
put
you know the line?
Yeah, I don't know what it is yet. I think it's like 6 or something. I don't remember.
What was another one? Notre Dame's in there. Who's
Cincinnati, Notre Dame.
Cincinnati, yeah. You see, now that would be an upset. I don't know the spread, but that would be a by name upset. Carolina beating Notre Dame. Not Carolina. Cincinnati beating Notre Dame. I'm imagining it's got to be at Notre Dame. It's not going to be at Cincinnati.
Oh yeah, it's at Notre Dame. Why would Notre Dame go to Cincinnati to play?
Right.
I mean, why would anybody go to Cincinnati to play? You might get shot.
Now another interesting one was Missouri over Texas A&M.
I think I broke this on the Rob and Kale show earlier. I'm picking Mizzou to finish second in the East.
Well, I know you're high on Missouri. We talked about this. We talked about this Sunday or the last show.
Finishing second in the East behind Georgia,
and that might be
a run for Georgia late in the season to take the East. I think they'll lose, but Mizzou's going to be pretty good.
So again, I think that's an upset by name because maybe Missouri is just that good. So it's an upset by name.
You know what? Edwin and I agree on this. That was they're asking about the Jolie Gallo trade. We'll get to that later. But Edwin says doesn't matter if LSU doesn't skullfuck UCLA, they should walk home. I agree, sir. I won't hear shit from LSU fans if they go to UCLA and lose. The only two that'll talk shit to me are you two. Everybody else will be gone.
What do you mean by gone?
They won't be stepping to me. Guarantee you that. They'll be gone. That's pretty much to be you two and Edwin. Everybody else checked out.
The only way I can tolerate LSU losing to UCLA is if at the end of the season UCLA is fucking 11-1 or something, 12-0, and they're just fucking world beaters.
I don't know. I'm not buying all that. I think LSU is going to beat the shit out of them. So,
but Oregon State over Arizona State. How is that a fucking upset? Like, who gives a fuck about that game?
Oregon, see, now you're being closed-minded, sir. You need to open your mind up to the Pac-12. They're a conference. I said that with a straight face. Sorry. No, but to give you the football perspective of it, Oregon State's picked to finish near the bottom of the Pac-12.
Arizona State, who's that?
Arizona State's projected to be one of the better teams in the Pac-12, and they have to go there and play. So it's going to be interesting.
Who's at Arizona State? Arizona State. Is it
Herm
Edwards? Right. Got you. Yeah. But I mean,
so
the article was bullshit. Bullshit article.
Edwin says Arizona State's got to be pretty good, and Oregon State is ass. Thank you for that, Edwin. Edwin's contributing all kind of shit tonight, calling people ass and saying LSU's got to skull fuck people and all kind of shit. Edwin's a fucking show contributor, man. Should have fucking Evan on here just running his mouth. It'd be great. Hilarious. Did you guys have anything else you wanted to go over before we got out of here this evening?
I think that
we talked about Biles. We talked about the Olympics. We talked about Nate Oates being trash. We talked about Ed Orgeron, stuff he said. We talked about Olympic sports that shouldn't be there. Yeah, we've talked about all kinds.
I think as two Braves fans and a White Sox fan, I could give a fuck about the Joey Gallo trade.
I think Joey Gallo is something that whatever. You have to check out the rundown for tomorrow on that. I'll give you my trade on the info on that. I haven't read enough about that. So, I mean, I could give you generic answers, but Major League Baseball trade deadline is what, Friday? And the Braves are probably not going to make any moves, which to me is shitty. So, I mean, they're not shitty. I want the Braves in contention in October, and they're not going to be in contention.
No,
So it's like they're just being shitholes.
If
But,
they
you
made a
know-
move, would it get them there?
that's the thing. That's
Without Acuna Jr., they can't do anything.
right.
They don't have nobody knew that Marcelo Zuna was going to choke out his wife in front of the cops.
Yeah.
How fucking stupid do you have to be to you've got a he's going to make $14 million this year, I think it was, with the Braves. He choked out his wife in front of the cops. And he's made statements like, I should be back on the – no. When you choke out your wife, that's bad. When you choke out your wife in the front of the cops, that's even worse.
I mean, he probably got some bad advice from Ray Rice. Ray Rice, what do you tell a woman with two black eyes? Nothing you've already told her twice.
Exactly.
I mean, what could she have done? Seriously, let's just step out of the box for a second here. What could she have possibly done to him?
I could think a lot of things
to make him choke her in front of the cops.
Like
There had to be something insane, or he's just fucking crazy. One or the other. Those Venezuelans are fucking out of their mind. That sounds like a racist statement, but they've got a track record.
Like you can't whisper in the ear and say, "Hey, when that cop's gone, I'm gonna choke your fucking ass out." Like you have to do it right now.
Yeah, that's the best thing. He couldn't just whisper to her, "Hey, bitch, I'm gonna choke your ass once this cop leaves here." No. He had to get his point across while the cop was there. Let's just piss $13 million away right now.
Does Wayne Brady have to choke a bitch?
Exactly right.
You
So
know,
they didn't know people were going to be gone, and then they had the injury with Acuna, and it's like Freddie Freeman's trying to carry the team, and Albies is good, and I think they're going to trade Dansby Swanson. I really do.
Honestly, pitching, it's killing us again this year. But you know, I hate to see it, and there's a lot of teams that do it every year at the trade deadline. Don't give up your whole fucking farm to go for something that you're probably not going to get anyways. Just it's kind of like just see what we can do. I mean, be done.
You could have the three best players that are out there as far as that you could trade for them. It still wouldn't win the Braves the pennant.
Right.
So I'm willing to take
like Chris Sale and who's homeboy with the pie grade.
I think even if you had those guys, it's not going to matter. You're not going to win the pennant with them. So I'm in the camp of let's just have shitty season the rest of the year. Put Freddie Freeman on the bench so he doesn't hurt himself. Let him play every sixth day, so that way he gets at bats, and then just wait for next year.
Well, look, hey, look, we're only what I haven't checked them today. What we were 4 games out yesterday when I looked at it. We're playing in the NL East. Hey, we can still win a division title. You get a little hot later on in the season, but yeah, we don't. This team's not going to win it.
Hold on, just for the record here. Let's look at
the Mets.
Yankees finalizing a deal for Gallo. Okay. Slugger Joey Gallo.
3 strikeout artists.
That's the thing too. You've got the Yankees ruining fucking baseball. Look, fuck out. Fuck
the Yankees aren't going to win it this year. Doesn't matter what they do.
That's what I'm saying.
Rays, the
you know what I'm rooting for? I'm rooting for any team that can beat the Yankees because fuck them.
There's 4 teams.
The Yankees are in third place, by the way. They're not going to win shit.
Who?
The Yankees. They're in third place in their division.
Yeah. Fuck the Yankees.
Yeah, fuck them.
They gonna win shit.
The Braves, by the way, they lost to the Mets tonight. That puts them 5 games back in the standing. They're 2 games under 500. So they're right there in the mix, but they just had that series where they could have picked up something there. Now, here's an interesting stat for the Braves in defense. Their run differential is at plus 44. The Mets run differential is at plus 5. You guys understand what that means, right? It means the Braves are scoring a shit ton of runs. They're technically outscoring teams, but they're not winning games. They're 2 games under 500. Normally in baseball, that'll balance out towards the end of the season. So Alex Anthopoulos has to figure out, if I go and get one more piece, can that help us win the division? I don't know. You don't have enough pitching to win a fucking series with anybody. We know that. Bullpen's terrible.
No.
Terrible.
Conversely, the White Sox bullpen is amazing.
No one gives a fuck about the White Sox.
I do.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're a White Sox fan.
Hey, Andre, are they still allowed to have trash cans in the Astros bullpen? I mean, dugout.
Astros are cheaters. I'm not gonna get into it with the Astros. They won a World Series when they were cheating. So, if I could tell Freddie Freeman every pitch that was coming his way, he'd hit 100 fucking homers. He really would. He would hit 100. And if I could tell Chipper Jones would have been the best player of all time. I'm fixing to put Andre in timeout. One more reference to the Astros, Andre. I'm putting you in timeout, sir. Dead serious. You just drive down the road in your truck and just be in timeout and look and think about the things that you've done that got you put there, sir. Anyway, so we'll have another show next Wednesday. Edwin says that Buckstick owes $10. Well, when we see that,
roll tide.
Well, $11. Anyway, no. Fuck the intros, exactly, Delta. Anyway, if you want to contribute, there's a link on the bottom of the thing right there. You can do that. We'll be back at it on Wednesday. As we get closer to football season, this show is going to be really interesting because Wednesday night is going to be. That's why I do my Rob and Kale show on Wednesday night, because it's like we already know what the press conference is. We already know the lines for the games. All that's going to be fun. So support the show. Send the tip there to the PayPal address. You guys got anything else?
I think we're good.
All right, there you go. Go USA basketball. Stop embarrassing us. Don't lose to the French anymore.